Hello, my name is Vanessa if you don't know me. I'm going to do about 20 to 30 minutes of yoga today. If you have a mat, that's great. If you don't, you should be fine without one. You might want some padding in the form of a blanket or a towel. If you have blocks, wonderful. You don't need them, but they're always great to have. And you could use a book, like a hardcover book or a Tupperware. But let's get started. So find a comfortable seat. I'm kneeling. You can always put a block or a book under your butt if this is a little too low for your knees. You can also sit with your legs crossed or your feet flat on the floor in front of you. Just find a seat where your spine can be nice and tall. Take a nice deep inhale in through the nose. And on your exhale, let it out through the mouth and let your eyes drift closed. Take 3 breaths with your eyes closed, inhaling in through the nose, letting out through the mouth, just arriving in this moment. One more breath. And on your next exhale, let your eyes drift open. Bring one hand to your sternum, it's the bone right in between your pec muscles. And on your inhale, start to arch and feel how that bone moves up and back a little bit, maybe a little bit forward. And then exhale, the bone moves back as you curl. Inhale, it moves forward, up and back. And exhale, it moves back and down. Keep going, bring the hand back to your thigh, inhaling to arch. And exhale to curve. One more. Inhale to arch. And exhale to curve. And then come to neutral, just wherever your stacked spine is. Let your hands fall down by your sides. Inhale, the shoulders come forward and up. Exhale, they go back and down. Inhale to come up. Exhale to come down, just rolling the shoulders. And then fingertips come to the shoulders, the elbows go up and back and down. Inhale to come up, exhale to go down. One more, inhale to go up, exhale to come down. The hands unfurl, reaching the fingertips up and back and down, forward and up and back and down, just making big circles with the arms, back and down, and then just shake out the whole arm. Let your right ear come to your right shoulder. And just let the weight of your head stretch out the left side of your neck. Take a few breaths here. And then look down at your right hand. You might feel the stretch move a little bit towards the back of your neck, so closer to the spine. And then bring the head chin to center and roll up. Let's go to the left ear to left shoulder. This is very intense for me. I don't know about it, how it is for you. Make sure that left shoulder isn't creeping up to meet the left ear. And then find your left hand with your eyes, letting the head turn. Maybe you find your left elbow. The stretch moves a little bit farther back on the neck. And then bring the head to center and roll it back up. Let's walk out to all fours. I'm just going to do a few cat-cows here, so knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Inhale to arch. And exhale to curve. On your inhale to arch, can you feel how that sternum is moving forward? And then back. And exhale to curve. Inhale to arch. The sternum moves through the arms. And exhale to curve. One more. Inhale to arch. And exhale to curve. And then come to neutral. So we have a few options here. The first option is tuck your toes and then pull your belly up and away from the mat and stay here as I count down to 10. If you want it to be a little bit harder, bring your knees just an inch off the ground and then stay for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees come down, belly relaxes, untuck the toes. You're going to do that again. Again, you don't have to bring the knees off the mat. You can just engage the belly for 10 counts. That's a great workout on its own. Tuck the toes. Pull the belly up and away from the mat. And then float the knees off the mat for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send the hips high for down dog. I know you wanted to collapse. I did. Take a few breaths here. You can pedal through the feet, bend the knees, adjust how far the feet are away from the hands. Get a little bit of a stretch through the front of the shoulders, whatever you need. And then find your way to stillness. You can always have your knees bent in down dog if that is a better place for your body. On your next inhale, we're going to roll through the spine. You can look at your belly button and bring the shoulders forward to plank. Then you're going to pull the belly up and away from the mat and push back to down dog. Inhale, rolling through the spine, coming to plank. And then exhale, pull the belly up and away to initiate moving back to down dog. One more time. Inhale, roll through the spine, bringing the shoulders over the wrists, and then pull the belly up and away, coming back to down dog. Last time, inhale, roll the shoulders forward over the wrists. You can stay in plank or you can drop your knees. And exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. I'm going to scoot back just a little bit on my mat because I'm outside. So, pushing the pubic bone into the mat, pulling the stomach up and away from the mat. We're going to do a small arch. And imagine your sternum is moving forward and then up. And exhale, lower down. So the pubic bone pushes into the mat, the stomach pulls up and away from the mat. And you try and slide forward and then lift the shoulders up. And exhale down. One more. Pubic bone into the mat, belly button up and away from the mat. And you arch up. Exhale, lower down. And then push back to child's pose. Take a deep breath in through the nose, and out through the mouth. And then roll the shoulders forward over the wrists, walk forward on your mat if you need to, tuck the toes, and shift the hips high for down dog. Bending the knees, rolling through the feet, taking many, many little steps. Walk your feet to meet your hands. When you get to the front of your mat, exhale, fold forward, bending the knees as much as you need to. And then inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to the Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, length through the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Ground the palms, step the right foot back. Peel the left hand off the mat, twisting open, and see if you can pull the front of the left hip back a little bit. And then on your exhale, the left hand comes down to the mat. The back knee drops, you can put a towel under it if you want to, or a blanket. And then inhale, sweep the arms up. On your next exhale, the hands sweep down to the mat, tuck the back toes, and step back to down dog. Inhale, roll the shoulders forward, over the wrists. You can stay in plank, or you can drop the knees. Exhale, lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Small arch, the sternum's moving forward. And then exhale, tuck the toes, shift the hips high for down dog. Reach your left heel up towards the ceiling, and then open that hip up if you want to for a minute, bringing it back to parallel. Inhale, step the left foot in between your hands. You can bring your hands to blocks on any height if you would like to for this, or you can leave them on the mat. I'm going to leave them on the mat for now. I'll do it later with blocks. On your inhale, see if you can pull your chest a little bit forward. It won't go very far. We're really limited in our mobility right here because of where our legs are, but just see. And then relax down, back foot steps forward, exhale, fold forward, and inhale, sweep the arms up, exhale, start center. Inhale, sweep the arms up, exhale, fold forward, inhale, half lift, length through the spine, exhale, fold forward. Step your left foot back, and then peel the right hand up and off the mat, twisting open. See if you can let your the front of your right hip slide back a little. On your next exhale, the right hand comes down. Drop the back knee, put padding under it if you need to, and inhale, sweep the arms up. On your next exhale, the hands come down, tuck the toes, and step back to down dog. Reach your right heel up towards the ceiling. Open up that hip if you want to. Bring it back to parallel, and then inhale, step it in between your hands. Tent up on your fingertips, put your hands on blocks if you want to. Inhale, bring the chest forward as much as you can. And I really want this to be in the upper back, so I'm not looking for a stretch in the lower back, but really trying just to arch right here, where we curve naturally the other way. But we're just undoing that a little bit. And then exhale, relax, back foot steps forward, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. So hands down by your side. Bring one hand back to that sternum that we found earlier. And we were sitting, so we were kind of going forward and back. This time, I really want you to go up and back. So, on your next inhale, feel the sternum move up and then back. And then let it fall on your exhale right back to where it was. And again, inhale, the whole rib cage moves up and back. And then exhale down. Sweep the arms up, keeping the gaze forward. And then see if you can find that same small arch. So moving the sternum up and back. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Step your right foot back. Strong through that back knee. grounded through that front heel. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And then on your exhale, spin the back heel down for warrior two. So in warrior two, your back heel should be parallel to the back of your mat. Take a look at that back foot, and we're going to step it in a little bit. We're going to rotate it in so that the toes are facing forward. Not all the way parallel, but forward. And now check it out and see if your feet are on the same train track or if they can be on different train tracks. Step it over so that they're on different train tracks. And if you can, at this point, rotate your hips forward, coming to warrior one. If this bothers your back knee, you can play with the angle of that back foot to find a comfortable place. You can also come back to high lunge and just stay there for now. But find your angle in that back foot, pointing a little bit forward, maybe 45 degrees. And then on your next inhale, lift the chest and look up. Take a nice deep breath. Coming back to center. Exhale, place the hands down, pop that back heel up, and step back to down dog. Ooh, I have a caterpillar friend today. Inhale, roll the shoulders forward over the wrists. You can drop the knees if you want to. Exhale, lower yourself all the way down to the mat. I'm going to scoot back again. We're going to stay here for a moment, so bring your elbows right underneath your shoulders. This is a fun little slightly mean trick. So you should be in a little bit of an arch. Maybe it's a lot of an arch. Lift your belly up and away from the mat. Pubic bone presses down into the mat. And we're gonna bend our right knee. You might feel this really strongly in your hamstring, just here. So really trying not to let that belly go, really lifting it up and away and pulling the chest through those arms. And then straighten that knee. This time with a flexed foot, bend that knee, pulling the belly up and away. And straighten. One more time with a bent knee. And straighten. Last time with a flexed. We're going to stay here, continuing to pull that belly away from the mat. You're going to lift that leg any amount. See, I can't really lift it at all. And relax it down, and lift, and down, lift, and down. I know your hamstrings hate me right now. Lift, and down. One more time, lift, and down, and straighten the leg. You can lower yourself down to the mat. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, and then you're gonna tuck your toes and shift back to down dog. We will get to the other side. The caterpillar has disappeared. Lift your heels, bend your knees, send your hips high, look forward. You can step, jump, or walk to the front of your mat. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Ground the palms, step the left foot back. Ground through the front heel, straight through the back knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And then on your exhale, spin the back heel down to warrior two. So you've opened up the front hip, and your back foot should be parallel to the back edge of the mat. Take a nice deep breath here, and then look back at that foot, your back foot, and see if you can step it so the toes are facing forward. On maybe a 45-degree angle, the angle is going to be a little bit different for everybody. And now look at your heels and see if they're lined up. If they are lined up, step your back foot over so it's on its own train track. And I know I look like a really weird shape right now. Bring your chest forward and see if you can get both hips forward, coming to warrior one. This might be where you stay today, or you can send that sternum up and back, looking up at your hands. And then bring the gaze back to neutral, bring the hands back down, pop that back heel up, and step back to down dog. Inhale, roll the shoulders forward over the wrists. Stay in plank or drop the knees, lower yourself all the way down to the mat. I'm going to scoot back. And then bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. This is Sphinx pose. Pubic bone is pressing into the mat. Belly button is pressing up and away from the mat. Shoulders are wide. And you're going to bend that left knee. And exhale, lower down. Flexing the ankle, bend the knee again. And exhale, lower down. The knee doesn't have to bend a lot, just about halfway. So the foot is pointing straight up at the ceiling. And exhale down. And flex. And stay bent. Pulling the belly up and away from the mat. Lift that leg off the mat. Lower it down. It won't go farther than like an inch. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Keeping that belly up and away from the mat. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale down. And straighten the knee. Lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Bring the hand underneath the shoulders. And find your way back to down dog. Ooh. Lift the heels, bend the knees, send the hips high, look forward, step, jump, or walk to the front of your mat. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Step your right foot back to low lunge and then drop it down to the mat. You can put some padding under it. We are going to be weight bearing on that knee in a minute, so if it's tender, put some padding under it. Grab your blocks on either side of your front foot. And then shift your hips back. You might need to crawl that front foot forward just a little bit. And straighten the front knee any amount. My knee isn't straight, as you can see, but I feel more of a stretch here than I do if it's all the way straight. So find that sweet spot for yourself. The blocks are there for your balance. And also you can find wherever you want to be in relationship to your leg, whatever works for you. Just getting a hamstring stretch after we worked them a little bit hard. And then shifting forward, place your blocks off to the side, tuck those back toes, straighten the back knee, and shift back to down dog. Lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, step, jump, or walk to the front of the mat, and then step your left foot back. Drop that back knee. Find your blocks on either side of your front foot, maybe just a little bit behind it, and then walk that front foot forward a little bit if you need to, and shift the hips back, straightening the front knee, flexing the front ankle, and finding a stretch through your hamstrings. The right hamstring specifically. You can bring your chest and head down to your knee if you want to. I don't find that it makes my stretch any more strong. Doesn't stretch my hamstring more, so I prefer to stay up. And then bend that front knee, place your blocks off to the side, round the palms, tuck the back toes, straighten the back knee, step back to down dog. Maybe take a moment here, pedal through the feet, and drop the knees to the mat. Oh, I'm pretty sure I had caterpillar friend doing yoga with me. We're just gonna move him off to the side. Hey fella. Just off to the side. Yep. I was worried about that. Swing your feet around. Shift your butt forward. And roll yourself down. So your feet are flat on the mat. Knees are bent. Reach your left heel up towards the ceiling. Bend that knee and cross it across your left thigh. You can stay here. Make sure you have a little bit of an arch in your lower back. Or you can thread your hands around your left thigh and bring the whole shape into you any amount. Now, as you do this, your lower back arch will go away. I want to encourage you to try and keep it. Don't feel like you're a failure if it doesn't come back, but just think that your sit bones are trying to point straight forward. And right now they're probably pointing a little bit on the diagonal, and you want to send them back towards the wall, which will in turn bring back that lower back arch a little bit and also make this stretch a little bit more intense. And then let that whole shape move back to the mat. Uncross that foot. Find that lower back arch again. Reach your left heel up towards the ceiling and cross your left ankle over your right thigh. You can stay here if this is enough, or you can thread your hands around that right thigh and bring it into you. Again, you can probably see on my body, the lower back arch is completely gone. See if you can find it a little bit as you stay in this stretch. Untucking the pelvis just a little bit. And then the whole shape moves back to the mat. Unhook your foot, hug your knees into your chest. And then send your arms wide. Where's my caterpillar friend? Okay, he's gone. And let your knees fall to the right side. I also have grass friend over here. And let your head fall to the left. Your knees, as they go to the right, make sure that they don't fall below the level of your hips. So you don't want them down here. You want them to be at your hips. They don't need to be higher. You just want the twist to happen in your spine most. And on your next exhale, bring your knees back to center. And let them fall to the left. As your arms go wide, the gaze falls to the right. With each exhale, let your rib cage soften a little bit more. Bring your knees back to center. place your feet down on the mat. You can straighten your legs out if you want to. I find this to be more comfortable for my body, so just make the choice that works for you. Bring your hands to your belly or down by your sides. On your next exhale, let your eyes drift closed. Take 3 breaths here with your eyes closed, letting the rest of the world fall away. On your next exhale, let your eyes drift open. And when you're ready, you can roll over onto your side. Use your top hands to bring you up. And find your way to a seated position. Again, it can be a seat of your choice that you find comfortable. Thanks for joining me today. Again, my name is Vanessa. You can ask me any questions you have on my website, and I hope you enjoyed it.